Hello and welcome to the Quebber channel. I am Jason, your host. So I wanted to just do another tech update. As you know, my computer system is now what's called a 3-tier system. The first tier, the one I use for vlogging, the one I use for low-powered games and general use, is my Steam Deck. It draws very little electricity. I can use it outdoors like this. I can use it on my desk upstairs, connected to everything. For most part, this is the PC that I now spend, I would say, 70 to 80% of my time using. It can be powered from a few solar batteries out here, solar powered batteries out here, just basic battery chargers. That's a good thing. Basic battery charger type ones like these can power this system. Portable monitor, Steam Deck, and everything else. That's stage 1. Stage 3 is my old PC, which is now a server. It's sitting downstairs on low power mode, and that has my NAS, it has my audio, all my music, most of my games. It has most of the good things that I do, the heavy work. It does AI, it's got a 3090 built into it, and it's basically just sitting there to be used at any point in time. I connect to it via a program called Parsec, which allows me to use this computer as a terminal to connect to that, and so on. So all that is good. The middle tier is what I call my Eco PC. It's a PC that came about because of having things like the Steam Deck and seeing just how much something like the Steam Deck can actually do. It's based on the 8700G, the Ryzen APU, which got a 780 built-in graphical part, which is the same one used in the ThinkPad and other devices I've used. But, and this is the interesting, because it's in a desktop processor, it has much more power behind it. And because, for example, the desktop version, I'm using my old recycled Arctic freezer. It's the first generation Arctic freezer all in one. I used to use it to keep cool the 3950X, really powerful CPU. But instead I managed to jury rig it so it will work with the new AM5 and plug in, and it works. It's brilliant. That's connected to a cheap Azeal motherboard. No frills on it. Hasn't even got wireless on it, but that's okay. I've got little wireless adapters. Doesn't even have Bluetooth on it. I had to get a Bluetooth connector for it. And that's connected to a monitor and it's about, I would say twice as powerful as the Steam Deck. So even though it's an APU, it can push the limits, and at 1080p, it can really do well. Now, at that point in time, anything that doesn't actually work on that, well, I'll use the main one. But I want to use this Eco PC as the primary one. Or not that don't want to keep using the Steam Deck as the primary one for upstairs, especially during the summer, because I'm going to be bringing this downstairs a lot. This Steam Deck is going to be brought outside. It's the ideal computer to have in the backyard to be able to do all of this. So there's a few changes I'm making to it, and I'm just put a couple of items up for sale to fund the changes. They're not. The first change is I'm using an old case, remember. I always like to resolve, so the case is old, the power supply is an older power supply, which is fine. It's a good one, it's an eco model, it's got good power efficiency, it's gold rated, and so on. To build that computer, I just bought the CPU, the motherboard, and the actual, what was it? CPU, motherboard, and my brain's melting a tiny little bit. So it's CPU, motherboard, and memory. I did buy a fan, but that fan will be used on something else now. So, what am I adding to it? USB 4. Seriously, that's what it needs, USB 4. It's only got one connector out at the back on the motherboard. But if I'm going to use it as a primary computer upstairs, I need to plug it into two monitors. Two 1080p monitors. I want to put it on two 1080p monitors, which I've got two 27-inch 1080p monitors. And basically the idea behind this is if I can put a USB 4 connector on, I can use that as a display out, and I can have two displays connected to the APU. The only other choice is really to buy a more expensive motherboard, which I want to do. I like that motherboard. I also want to tweak and add some more storage. I'm hesitant, but I'm thinking of taking a 4 terabyte M2 that I have in my tablet computer. I have a tablet computer, a GTAC. That GTAC's fine, all well and good, but it's not really. It's a good backup of backup of backup. But the 4 terabyte M20 is a bit much. It doesn't need that. That thing can't run anything other than basic little games anyway. It's an Intel processor. So I'm going to do that. No, everything is sort of coming up and sorting itself out. I am just going to be putting some of the battery banks on charge at the end of the day because I've used up quite a bit of power on them. What time is it? It's 3:21. I enjoy having these little chats with you all and explaining all that what's going on. Very lucky to be in the situation I am. Having my safe space here. It really is the perfect place to be when the sun's out and it's too hot in the house. Because I want to avoid running the AC. I have AC in one room upstairs, and I will run it if I need it. If this backyard gets too hot, which it could get to really hot, I will make sure that I will use the bit of power to run the AC. And what else? My dog is just completely zonked out over there. Let me show you. Completely zonked out having his sunbathe. He sort of switches positions. Sometimes he gets out of the sun, sometimes he gets in the sun. Just enjoys himself. So this backyard makes a really good safe space for me. I'm glad we've had a day where I could actually do the washing. I only have like 3 sets of primary clothes. And I usually wear them for a couple of days each, so that's okay. I'm usually okay for 6 days. And I usually only do a wash when there's a day like this. So yeah. What's I talking about? I don't know. But this is my little HQ in the backyard. When things are too warm inside or I don't want to use the power inside. And I want to have a day where I'm out here instead. Dooby-dooby-doo. Oh, yes. Yes, as I say, the plan for the future. Upstairs, using that Eco PC, I will have a Eco PC that can do most things, not AI and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I got distracted, didn't I? I was talking about the 8700G, and I got distracted, got completely distracted. Yeah, the nice thing about the 8700G when it's in a desktop is you can deliver more power to it. It's a 65 watts processor in that, but you can deliver a bit more. And the fact that when you're actually using it and setting it up, because it's on there, you can allocate up to 8 gigabytes of VRAM. You can turn it into a graphical with 8 gigs VRAM on it. So yeah, I've got it set up. I just need to do some tweakings. Unfortunately, they don't have stock in the UK of these USB 4 cards. But I really need to get up and put everything away out here. Probably bring the washing in because it's definitely dry by now. And then I will take apart my tablet, get out the M2, plug into the Eco PC, removing the PCI Express card that has got M2s on because they're mostly not working. And generally looking to start populating it all. I don't know. Hello there, Zaki. Zaki's woke up. Don't know what the weather's going to be like. Before I get distracted, before I log off, let's see what the weather's going to be like tomorrow. Med check. Where's Med check? Met check. Let's check Met check. Let's Met check. Met check. Well, let's have a look. Okay, so yeah, today is supposed to be quite warm. It has been quite warm. Tomorrow not as warm, but mellowed out. Gonna get any rain? Cause like there's always a, oh yes, but tomorrow we're gonna get rain. I won't be in the backyard if we're gonna get rain, because technology doesn't quite like it when we get rain on it. So back, see back and forth. Did I mention I love this swing seat? Wish I had this in my bedroom. Splendiferous, my good friend. Hello there, Zaki. Wonderful little dog of doom. Going over to the other seat to sit on. We'll go inside in a minute. I think the dog wants something to eat. Yeah, I cooked up some jacket potatoes outside, and some was jacket potatoes, and then I had like a pan with some mince and some onions and some tomatoes. And I suggest it is time for us to explore the universe of Inside the House. I think that's the right thing to do. Even though, as you can tell, I'm just too comfortable here, too fucking comfortable, just sitting here with all of you, chatting and just rocking back and forward. Saki doesn't like to sit on this sofa with me, on this swing seat, because it moves and he doesn't like the unsteadiness of it. He'll pop on here for a love, but then he'll jump straight off afterwards. I am for blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. They fly so high. Oh, tomorrow the wind's going up quite some gusty winds, and I don't know what's going on. Now, I will say bye-bye, my wonderful friends. This video is 16 minutes long. Or should we continue chatting until it hits almost 20? I don't know. Dooby-dooby-dooby. Dooby-dooby-dooby. Doo-doo. I'm happy and alive and mellow and chill and trying to exist without all the craziness. But we must do, if we want to get stuff done, we've got to get it done. Because I'm the only one in the house, and if I want to get stuff done, I'm just so mellow at the moment. Nice to have these moments when my brain isn't being a complete bitch. Okay, that's it for me. Bye bye for now.